Good day everyone, I am Dominic Espadero, and in this video we are going to discuss about monotonic relationship. As I said, I am Dominic D. Espadero and I will be your teacher for this video. Heart heart. Now, what is monotonic relationship? A monotonic relationship is a relationship between two variables. We can call those two variables as variable x and variable y. Now, two variables is positive, or two variables are positive monotonic to each other if variable x is increasing and variable y is consistently increasing also. However, I'm so sorry for that noise. However, if variable x is increasing and variable y is consistently decreasing, then that is a negative monotonic. And lastly, if variable x is increasing and variable y does not change at all, not increasing nor decreasing, then there's no monotonic relationship between the two variables. Now, usually we see research data analyzed through raw data, but there is a method which is called Spearman, and this method uses rank correlation. He ranks data, and his formula for his basic formula is for data that has no tied ranks, because sometimes data have the same or identical values, and if you rank them, there will be identical ranks. But if the data is not having identical values, then we can use this formula right here, Spearman's rho, or R sub s, and that is equal to 1 minus 6 times the summation of difference squared. Difference or d sub I is the difference of rank variable x minus rank variable y, and here the difference is squared, well, divided by n times n squared minus 1. So that's the formula for data that don't have identical values. And what if data that has similar or identical values in it? Then the ranks now has tied ranks. Then Spearman adjusted into this formula, R sub s. By the way, the n right here is the number of observations. Here in the back to our adjusted formula, R sub s is equal to the summation of x squared sub I plus the summation of y squared sub I plus the summation of d squared sub I, which is already discussed, all over 2 times the square root of the summation of x squared sub I times the summation, I'm so sorry for that noise, the summation of y squared sub I. For you to understand it better, I have here a table where an illustration for us to better understand what is data that doesn't have identical values and does have, let's disregard this data or values below. This data right here, let's cover this like one. So this data is students score, student number 1, student number 2, student number 3, and student number 4. And hypothetically, student number 1 has a score of 5, student number 2 has the score of 3, student number 3 has the score of 6, and student number 4 has the score of 8. Now, instead of using the raw values to analyze the data, Spearman uses ranking. He ranks the least or the lowest score as rank number 1. The second lowest is rank number 2, and so on. That's why 6 is 3 and 8 is 4, rank 4. But what if there are students that do have identical scores with the other students? Let's say, for example, student number 5 has the score of 3, identical to student number 2. Then we cannot write their ranks as the same, because in ranking, there are only rank 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and so on. So, for it to be fair, Spearman uses the average of the rank for those identical values. Right? Like here, score of 3 is identical here. So instead of writing as rank number 1, we use the average of rank number 1 and rank number 2, which is in between those two, and that is rank number 1.5. That's why we get rank number 1.5 here and rank number 1.5 here, for it to be fair. And now, this second lowest score is now the third rank. Here becomes the fourth rank, and here is our fifth rank, because we have 5 values, so we should have 5 ranks in it, and the two lowest is identical, so we write them as rank number 1.5 and rank number 1.5. Now let's proceed to our problem. We have a data here, students score, students from 1 to 14. There are 14 students. Those students are from the program. Student number 1 is from BS Math, student number 2 is Stats, 3 is BS CS, 4th is BS Math, 5th is BS Stats, 6 is BS CS, 7 is BS Math, and so on. You can see it naman in this screen. And then we have here the number of research activities that those students are interested. And student number 1 has 5 research activities, number 2 has 12, number 3 has 3, number 4 has 8, Number 5 has 10, number 6 has 2, number 7 has 10, number 8 has 7, number 9 has 4, number 10 has 9, number 11 has 11, number 12 has 1, number 13 has 13, and number 14 has 6. Now, those students also has self-assessed career readiness, and those are called variable y, because here is called variable x, as we have discussed earlier, right? Two variables. Student number 1 has 7 assessed career readiness, 7. Student 2 has 9. Student 3 has 6. Student 4 has 8. Student 5 has 9. Student 6 has 5. 9, 7, 6, 8, 9, 4, 10, and 7. So how do we solve this for us to know if this data here, this variable x and variable y, is positive monotonic, negative monotonic, or doesn't have a monotonic relationship? Then step number 1 is we will write the datas or the variables of variable x. We will write it and sort it from least to greatest. So our list here is 1, and then 2, 2, and then 3, and then 4, here 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 2, 10 here, here, we have 2, 10 in this data, here and here. So we also write it, and then 11, there's also 11, 12, this is 11, 12, and 13. Now